Hello again. What you'll learn today is how to create the shade for the desk lamp project using the Revolve feature. We're also going to be using some mirror featuring and some other split graphics and things like that. So go ahead and open Autodesk Inventor if you have not already. And as you see here, this is the sketch that I created that I'm going to use to make this dome with. This is one of the sketches that came with the project, and I just pulled it out and kind of did some experimenting with it and basically come up with this set of dimensions that you see here. This is a view from the top of the dome, and this is a line that splits the graphics. Okay, and it splits right down the middle to give me this view up here. And so this is basically that lamp cut in half. And what I'm going to start from is I'm going to start from a quarter of the dome right here. And you'll see how that works when I start drawing the actual graphic. And then of course this view is from the back of the lampshade to give us a better perspective on where to place these slots where the arms go into. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new drawing file, standard IPT. And we're going to make sure that our desk lamp project is selected. If not, we're going to go in and change that. And we're going to click Create. Start Sketch. And I'm going to use the XY plane. Kind of get another newer perspective here. And the first command I'm going to use is line command. The way I'm drawing this, I can pretty much lock on to any of these dimensions that I like, or any of the natural dimensions that are already on here. So using the vertical right here, or I can actually start at the center line if I want, but I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to bring it down to the center, and it locks in right there. I'm going to click to create that line. You see I already have a constraint. Drag out to the side. I'm going to be careful not to drag it out too far because it's going to kind of mess things up as I go along when I start dimensioning it. So I'm going to probably stop it about right here at about 1.3 inches. It's actually going to be much longer than that, but we'll talk about that later. Now, of course, I'm still in the line command, as you can see, and I want to place a line right here, but I can't do that if I'm attached down here. So I'm going to click Escape to get out of the line command. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to start the line command again, and then lock on up here with this dimension. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag this line out just a little bit for that little flat top portion of the dome. And next thing I'm going to do is create what's called a tangent arc that's going to come from here and then connect to the end of this line right here. Okay. In order to do that, there's an easy way to do that. I could go up to the arc selection, pull that down, and choose a tangent arc. But why do that when I've already pretty much set up to do it naturally? If you notice, as I pull my cursor away from the edge of that green line, that the dot in the middle is yellow. But if I come all the way up here to the line and I lock on the end of the line, it turns gray. Alright, so when it turns gray, what I can do is I can left click my mouse and hold that button down, hold that left click button down, and drag. And as you see here, I'm starting to get that tangent arc. And I find the end of that, the end of the baseline, and I let go. And you see now I have my shape is starting to come together. Next thing we'll do, we'll escape out of the drawing commands and go to our dimensioning command. And I'm going to first dimension this line. Going to our drawing, we see that the height of the dome is 2.362 inches. So I'll go back here, dimension that at 2.362. Okay, it's going to get really big. Okay, and now I'm going to zoom out. And it looks kind of odd right now because I'm not done dimensioning. The next dimension is going to be this baseline. Now there's a trick here. As you know, I am drawing basically kind of a half of this view right here. The total width of the base is 6.782 inches. And of course I already calculated that, but I'll do it again here. So it's 7 point, oops, sorry, clear, 6.782, and we're going to divide that by 2. It equals 3.391. So 3.391 inches is how long I want that baseline right there. Okay, so 3.391. 3.391. Okay. Now, of course, my arc here is not looking so swift. I probably should have done something differently. Let me see if it'll correct if I dimension this line up here. Now that line is right here. It's 2.362. However, again, I'm only going to be using half of it. So clear. 2.362 divided by 2 equals 1.181. All right, and I'm going to go back 1.181, 1.181. All right, and that actually corrects it. That makes it better. That makes everything tangent and everything even here. So we're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to, what we would normally do with the sketch, we'd extrude it, but we're not going to necessarily extrude it as much as we're going to revolve it around this center line right here. So to do so, I'm going to finish the sketch, and I'm going to click on the revolve command. All right, and of course it normally selects the geometry that I have on the screen because it's the only geometry, it's the only profile that exists. So I don't have to select a profile, it's already selected for me as soon as I open it up. But I do want to select the axis for which to rotate the body of this dome around, and that's going to be my axis right there. And you see we now have a really nice dome. I'm going to click the green arrow, or you can click the OK button, doesn't matter. Okay, so here we are. That's a dome shape. All right, now stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to place the slots in the back here, the same slots you see right here, onto the dome.